So, like, Resident Evil 0. Thinking of it's a good game. It's a good game with bad mechanics. That's a bit contradictory, but like what I'm saying is it could have been a very, very good game. It was on the same engine as this game, but it doesn't have that heart and soul, if you know what I mean. I'm streaming this right now, but like Resident Evil 0 is a fun ass game. Uneasy. It's difficult as shit though. Like, you don't know what's happening. You have no clue what's going on if you're playing it blind. If you're playing it blind, it is absolutely impossible to understand what's going on. This game, tough playing blind, but it's rewarding. It's fun. It's difficult, but it's fun as fuck. I need to bait this guy. But like, coming out the same year as Resident Evil 1, this game, it should have been a lot better. The partner system, terrible. Terrible. Characters, terrible. I mean, I have no emotion for them. Billy is a lot better than Rebecca. Rebecca, I mean, and it doesn't make sense. Rebecca's such a weak link in this game with Chris after what happened in the first game, or after what happened in 0. She should be the most experienced STARS member ever because of what happened in 0, but she's not. Because that's continuity right there. Or that's a break continuity, I mean, I'm like rambling on. Resident Evil 0 is not a great game. I have to say it. It's just not a great game. It's not a good Resident Evil game, and it's not a good game in general. This game, no, going to Resident Evil 1 remake. I'm talking about all the remakes. Everything that's up to date. Like, no Resident Evil 1 original, no 2 original, because I haven't played those. So, being a new player to the series, I thought that, my first playthrough of this game, I did not like it. I struggled to get by, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. But going for the platinum on this game, the difficulty of it, but just the fun, made this game probably my favorite Resident Evil game of all time. If not my second. It's just so good. It's just so good. The atmosphere is perfect. The characters are great. I mean, it's so memorable. Going back to what I said, like the setting. Sorry, I haven't said that. But the atmosphere, just like right now, this is scary. I mean, this would, on my first playthrough, this scared me. The Spencer Mansion scared me. The sewers unnerved me. But where we're going right now, the Residence, it scared me. I mean, this game was scary. Not in the, like terrifying, like, Outlast kind of way. But in the, I don't know what's going to be around that corner kind of game. I mean, that's what Resident Evil is at its finest. Suspense, setting, characters, and narrative, really. I mean, this game is just perfect. It has all those things combined to be the best game. I need to get rid of the stone key. The best game it can be. So, sorry. Let me write that. Let me just say this out loud. Resident Evil 0, I'd say is a 6 or 7 out of 10. 6 or 7 at best. 6 or 7. Let me write that down. 0, 6 out of 10. This game, easily 1. This game is easily a 10 out of 10. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask by killing Lisa. And let me do it to this door. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. It's not a recording. Well, this game, 10 out of 10. Definitely. I mean, if anyone disagrees, they aren't Resident Evil fans. No one can disagree with that. This game is absolutely perfect in every way. Or, well, dialogue isn't the best. I can agree on that. It's not the best. It's a little, like, forced. But the setting, like I said, the plot, the atmosphere is just perfect. Alright, now I'm going on to 2 Remake. Favorite, if not, like, my favorite Resident Evil game. If not second, tied to this game. It is absolutely perfect. The cast, spectacular. The story, spectacular. The exploration is absolutely amazing. The horror is amped up. Like, it is terrifying on your first playthrough blind. It is terrifying in the best way. There is no better Resident Evil to play for the first time than this game. I couldn't recommend it to anyone else. I mean, this game and 2 are definitely the best Resident Evil games ever created and ever will be. I mean, 1 was made by Shinji Mikami, and the other,
This is Brad.
I mean, not Shinji Mikami, but this Resident Evil 2 remake is the pinnacle of survival horror, item management, just horror, just in general. It should have beat Sekiro for Game of the Year. I love Sekiro. Sekiro is a great game. It's just nowhere near Resident Evil 2 Remake. It is nowhere near. It's nowhere near it. In my opinion. But, I mean, I just have to say it. That game, Mr. X, the greatest stalker enemy in gaming history. Let alone Resident Evil. The gunplay, amazing. Just characters, #1 possible. I think it might be my favorite. So now going on to 3. A very average, above average game. It's an above average game, I'll give it that. It definitely was nowhere near 2 for me. But like I said with 1, I mean, going for the platinum on 3 made it go from my least favorite game of the Resident Evil series to, I mean, it's really not bad. It went from my least to my 5th favorite, I think. Yeah, my 5th. I mean, not just below, but it's below 0 for me. It's below 0. And no one can disagree with that. If you do, then you're just listening to YouTubers saying that, oh yeah, the game is just bad. It's not faithful to the original. Neither was 1. I mean, neither was 2. 2 wasn't faithful to the original at all. I mean, yes, it was faithful in some ways, but it diverged off the beaten path, as some would say. It's a good game. It's a fun, just easiest Resident Evil play. That's why I just have fun runs, which is going through 3, because it's the least stressful. I mean, only when you're being full on fucking chased by Nemesis. Did I just get poisoned? I didn't. Let's go! When you're getting full on chased by Nemesis, it's heart pounding, but not as scary as Mr. X. That is something that no one can disagree with. No one can disagree with that statement at all. I don't think anyone can. He's good. It's just he's there. It's too little in such a little amount of time. I mean, sorry, so much in a little amount of time. I mean, he's pretty much just there and then he's gone. That's Nemesis for you. He's just there and then he's gone. And he's a dog. The hospital section, terrible. I absolutely hate the hospital. I hate it so much. It is just trash. The hospital is trash. The lab, not great. The beginning section, though, is very, very good. It is very, very good. And it really just is good. I mean, it's fun. It's a low stress game. I think it's an 8 out of 10. It is definitely an 8 out of 10. Now going to Resident Evil 4. You know, it's my second favorite video game of all time is Resident Evil 4. But like what I was saying earlier in the stream with 7 and 8, it's a great video game. It is well, like I was saying with 7, 8 isn't good. But like I was saying, it's so fun. It's so good. It's so replayable. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best game I've ever played. The best game I've ever played. Second to Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That is my favorite game of all time. It's replayable. It's fun. The only problem I really have with it is it's long. And, I mean, it diverged the series so much. That's my only gripes with the game. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic video game, but an alright Resident Evil game. That is the only reason I will give it a 9 out of 10. Not a 10 out of 10. Resident Evil 4 is a 9 out of 10. My third favorite Resident Evil game of all time. For sure. For sure. Now going to... I'm going to skip 5 and 6. I'm skipping 5 and 6. I don't care what you say. I'm not counting pee-pee poo-poo video games. They're great co-op games, but they're bad games. What was I doing? Oh, I don't need to kill him now. Wait, shit, do I need to kill him? Yeah, sorry. 5 and 6, fun games. Fun games. Just fun, non-stop. And that's the thing with the fast-paced ones. They're just non-stop fun. But they have to know when to be scary. And they're not scary. I mean, someone could say that 6, the Leon campaign, is a bit scary. I mean, there's a bit of scariness in there. But if you just look at it, I mean, I played the game for like 2 hours, I think. 2 hours, I'm pretty sure. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure that's all I played. And I remember, like, the beginning, me and my sister, we literally were fucking so bored that we were literally, all we were doing, all we did was kick each other for like an hour. We just kicked each other a couple times. Like, not a couple times, like 150 times. Just fucking with each other. Because the game was just, like, so cheesy and so boring that we just kicked each other for fun. So that's what we did. I mean, we just kicked each other. There was a bit of scariness, but then it got all ruined when we have to go on a train and run to the side of the train, running away from the enemies. That's 6 for you. 5 is just completely disgusting. 5 is just a disgusting looking game. Like I said on the stream, it looks like that one mission from Uncharted 4, where Nathan Drake, Sam, and Sully are all just on a jeep in Africa. That's literally what it looks like. It is yellow and orange. That's the only colors. It is definitely the worst atmosphere in the game, or in any Resident Evil game. The worst. And I hate it. I mean, it's a fun action game, but I hate it. I hate the colors. It's a fun game, but it's a bad Resident Evil game. Same with 6. Now going on to 7. Probably my 4th favorite Resident Evil game? Yeah. That and Resident Evil 3 are probably, like, 4th and 5th, those are interchangeable. I'm gonna have to give 7 a 8 out of 10 as well. It's a fun game. It is a horror game that you can play. That's scary. That'll keep you scared for a while. But it's just not. It's like Roderick from that one movie. I forgot what it's called. The Long Haul. That's it. it's hashtag not my Resident Evil. That's all I gotta say about it. First person, not it. I'm fine with first person. I'm still newer to the series, but first person is just not my thing. It's just not my thing. Not entirely in Resident Evil. I mean, it's not terrible. It's definitely not as bad as. It's probably the worst camera angle in Resident Evil history. Number one, of course, is third person fixed camera angles are tied for favorites. They're both so fucking good. They're just so good. But seriously, Ethan and Mia, terrible characters. 3, okay. Ethan and Mia, terrible. Absolutely horrid. They are just not fun. I mean, look at Jill, Chris, Leon, Jill. Sorry, I said Jill. Claire.
Locking all
Doors to achieve maximum safety. But it's just like, the game, it's a fun fucking game. It's a good horror game, but it's not Resident Evil enough. It's a good game. It's definitely different, but it's just not Resident Evil in my opinion. It's just not Resident Evil. It's not Resident Evil at all. I couldn't say it's Resident Evil. With the one connection in Village with Chris, that's the only reason I'd think it's Resident Evil. That's it. And sorry, the one, or also the one note in Village saying, talking about Spencer.
Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
That's it. I mean, really, that's all I can say. 7, good game. Boat sucks. First person isn't great. Characters are shit. And took the series in a way that I personally think is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. It's a terrible. I have biases. 7 is a fun ass game and it's a scary game. But if I was looking through this as an original like person who's played Resident Evil since the beginning, I would absolutely hate 7. And 8. I hate 8, but 7 I can get through 7 with mild just like especially while on that boat and the mines. Those are shit. But other than that, I can have fun on the game. And it's scary. That's what I'm looking for in a Resident Evil game. Village, on the other hand, yeah, sorry, 7 is an 8 out of 10. I think 3 is a bit better though. So I think definitely, what was I saying? Definitely Village, the worst Resident Evil game, and then 0. Definitely the worst possible that you can get in a Resident Evil game. They try to make Ethan better. My opinion's changed since the game came out. I used to think that this is my original ranking after playing Village. It was 2, or it was 4, 2, 7, Village, 1. And I just think, since playing Village a second time, and playing all these other games, Village is just the one that I don't ever want to play. The combat is okay. Going for the platinum is something that I don't want to do, because I don't want to do the mercenaries. I love mercenaries. It's just, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be, it's like wanting to go to Universal and you're, how do I say this? No. It's just, you want to do something, and then someone else says, oh, you have to. Like, oh yeah, I want to do that. It's so much fun. I'll do that. I'll do that. Oh, for sure. And someone says, well, you have to. That just ruins it. I mean, because of course I would love to play, of course I would love to play, Mercenaries. I love Mercenaries. Mercenaries is so much fun. But when I'm forced to play Mercenaries, I mean, well, I love 4. I've never played Village. Mercenaries. But when I'm forced, it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth, if you guys get what I mean. it just doesn't make me want to do it if I'm, it's like, well, yeah, you have to. That's what I'm going at right now. Like, when you're forced to do something, you want it, at least for me, I want to do it less. Because I'm literally just being forced to do something that I'm already planning on doing. And just the characters in Village, I mean, Heisenberg, I like Heisenberg. I like Heisenberg's factory, and I like his name because I love Breaking Bad. But other than that, I mean, none of it really makes me excited. The game's just bad. It doesn't, when I play it, it doesn't make me happy and smile. Like this game, what do I need? It doesn't make me happy and smile. It just makes me mad. I mean, they could have done so much more with Resident Evil 8. I mean, if you guys saw the storyboard concept and the concept art and stuff, Ada was going to be in the game. The Duke was going to be the 5th bad guy, like the 5th lord of the area, of like the whole village. But instead they scrapped it because it would mess with the storyline. See, Ada hasn't popped up since 6. And I mean, really, how is that going to conflict with the story at all? I don't know. No one knows. I don't know. You don't know. No one knows. It's just stupid. It's just all around fucking dumb. I mean, the boss fights aren't great. Especially, like, Lady D's boss fight in the beginning. Just ass. It's just ass. What's in here again? Yeah, I need that one key, I think. I think. On the... Yes? Yes? I might be tweaking. No, he tweaking. Yeah, I'm tweaking. Not here. But yeah, I mean, like, it's just not a fun game to go back and play. Going for the platinum, I mean, I have to beat the game on hardcore, Village of Shadows, knife only. And the thing with the currency, like, oh, I have to get 777 or buy all guns and upgrade them to the max. Like, that's a lot of playthroughs that I'm just not gonna do. I mean, this game, I love it. It's so much fun to play. It's a spectacular game. And I mean, literally, that's why I mustered through the seven playthroughs. Because I love it. I'm not gonna go through a game so many times because just to get it. I mean, I'm gonna get the platinum regardless. I'm gonna get the platinum anyways. But that game and Zero are the ones I want to get the least. I'll be able to get 6 and 5 for fun. I mean, those games are just fun. That's the thing about them. They're just a bunch of fun games. But that game, Village and Zero, are the ones I want to play the least. Because they're bad. They're just bad. Village could have been a lot better. They could have done a lot more. But they decided not to. They decided to cheap us out. And just throw something together. And that's my opinion. So my final ranking is, at the moment, it's 2, 1, 4, 3, 7, 0, 8. Oh wait, I didn't even talk about Code Veronica. Shit, let me talk about that right now. Sorry. Code Veronica, tough as hell game. Cringy as hell. Best voice lines, like funniest voice lines in the series. It's just a fun game to play. It's a difficult as shit game. I mean, I haven't even finished it. I've died like 3 times. But I'm still working on it. But like the game, watching people reading about it, like reading the SD Perry book, reading Itchy Tasty, just learning, I mean, watching videos, just learning all about the game. I absolutely love it. Alfred Ashford, spectacular. And Alfred and it's sibling rivalry pretty much. Alfred and Alexia versus Chris and Claire. Steve, I don't like his relationship with Claire. That's a negative. But it's a fun game. It's a tough, fun game. And that's what I like about it. So let me re-rank that. No, please, 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 no! Let me re-rank that. So number 1, 2, then 1, then 4, then Code Veronica, then 3, then 7, then 0, then 8. Not counting 5 or 6. I'm not even counting them because I maybe have like an hour play on each of them. So I'm not even gonna count them. But yeah, that's my hot take opinion on all the games. I'm not counting Rev. I'm not counting 5. I'm not counting 6. Here, I'm actually gonna get a full here. Decent heal. But that's my opinion. It's probably unpopular with 8. I just don't like the game. But yeah, that was my opinion. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the streams.